see the mold on the inside of the walls, which you're gonna have to deal with tomorrow because there's still junk in that other room we gotta remove. At least 2 trucks, maybe 3 trucks full of trash to the dump. We're ankle deep in the debris here in the bathroom. There's mold everywhere.
Like $95 just for dump fees. Also spent $750 on
This is a plastic bag. This is how long things have been in here. That they thought they still needed this stuff. We found out that the ceiling, luckily, was not a water leak that crashed down. It was Cousin Zeke. Cousin Zeke was up there with his number 13s and brought them through the ceiling a bunch of times. And that's what happened up there. He was putting in this new insulation, you see. Basically, the garage used to look like this room. Completely, maybe even up to 7 foot tall of stuff. On Friday, we went through the garage with the previous owners. They have now hauled off a whole truckload of stuff from the garage. And then we worked in this room here. Josiah tore all this stuff up. We only did it 4 foot in here. There was very little mold remediation that we have to do in here. So we're doing only 4 foot in this room, and it's not going to be nearly as bad. The other bedroom that we haven't torn apart yet is hopefully going to be the same thing, that we don't have to do anything except get the floor up. This room, we have no idea. Might half this wall and make it into a bar stool kind of thing.
We did a half full right here. Zoom in on the half full. Wait, zoom in. Zoom in on the half full. Wow, nice cut. Looks good. All right, so now let's get to the financials. We spent $22,000 on this house, $27.5 per square foot for an 800 square foot house. It's 3 bedroom, 1 bath. That's pretty dang good, considering that the after repair value is $80,000 to $85,000. It's about $100 a square foot in our market. We're trying to keep the cost of the house under $40,000, and that's including the initial purchase cost. We're trying to spend under $18,000 in labor and material costs. Right now we're about 3 weeks into the project, maybe 2 to 3 weeks away from finishing. So if everything goes right, Okay, so if everything goes right, we'll make about $35,000 to $40,000. It actually gets even better. Let's just say we held and rented the place out for 5 years. Rent on this house is gonna be about $825 a month, and out of that, we're gonna be clearing $600 because of very, very low taxes on the place, plus insurance is gonna be really cheap on it. The property is still going to be assessed at its value, basically, of what we bought it. You know, like 30,000 bucks. Taxes are gonna come to $50 to $75 a month, and the remainder of that cost is the insurance. So off of that $600 a month, we'll be making $7,200 a year, which is 18.2% on the original $40,000 initial cost on this property. So if you add the $40,000 we're gonna make from remodeling it, plus the $36,000 we're gonna make from renting it for 5 years, plus the appreciation, it comes to $91,000 on a $40,000 investment over 5 years, which is $18,200 a year. And if we're talking percentages, we're making 45.6% a year on initial investment. And that is the end of the financial spiel for the property.
And that's the thing about sheetrock mud, is you want to get rid of all the lines and holes. All right. We were running water out front, trying to get some water for our mud, and there was a leaky spot on the floor here. We'd also been wondering why in the world we hadn't gotten any pressure. This unit here is the back side of our faucet outside. Well, when the plumber decided he needed to tighten it down, he actually tightened this thing so tight with a big pipe wrench or something, he twisted a piece of copper about 180 degrees. He kept going tighter, tighter, and he twisted this copper. What I've got to do is I'm going to be cutting this copper off right here. I'm going to be going with PEX, which is a plastic pipe that is a lot stronger than copper as far as freezing and things like that. So we're going to cut off the brass. We're going to use the new pressure fittings, and of course we'll put some Teflon tape on here to make sure it doesn't leak. And we can seal this wall back up. Actual cost to date is very symmetrical, $8,989. Pretty cool. But we still have some expensive stuff to buy. So we have to buy all of our kitchen stuff, and that's always the most expensive part of the house. The actual cost to date is a very symmetrical $8,989. But we still have some expensive stuff to buy, so we've got to be real careful. We have to buy all of our kitchen stuff, and that's always the most expensive part of the house. We have cabinets, we have the countertops, we've got the sink, got the faucets, we've got the flooring in there. These things have already been kind of selected, but we have not bought them yet. We also have all of our doors, interior doors. We had to place all the doors and the trim, but it's looking pretty good. We do have an extra cost. It looks like the siding on the outside of the house, we thought we'd be able to save that, but it is so old and brittle that it's broken in a couple places. We spent money to go ahead and power wash it, and then we found out we probably can't save it. So we've got to take off that. Just the materials alone is about $1,000 to do the siding, and then we'll have to paint it, but it'll give us a very nice looking house. Sound good?
Yep, that's good.
All right. It's so brittle. It's got chips in it. And so we've decided we have got to put new siding on. Now the best case scenario would be that it actually is good wood underneath there, that somebody just got sold this vinyl siding as a save you forever and don't have to paint. We're hoping that's what it was. We just have to see what's underneath here. We've already got some rotten wood underneath here, so I'm hoping it doesn't go down the wall. It's a big $1,000 question. We'll see. It's $1,000 worth of siding, 4 days work. Let's see if we can do it without that. We've done all this destroying, we being you. We've done all this destroying here, and we've got all this thing exposed. This is good. Solid old yellow pine, and it's going to be good and firm. Got a few cracks to fill, a few holes to fill. But man, this is good. This is real exciting.
Next time on Stinky House.
So you're telling me the title's missing? Wait, I think all the pipes just burst in the house. Is something burning?